Hey y'all, so I wanted to give you guys some insights to me doing this meal prep, which is basically my husband's dinner and my dinner. We both work two different shifts. So he's having dinner from this plastic container, the nice fancy plastic container, and I am having dinner in my nice fancy red bowl. But anyway, so basically what I've done is made some chicken breasts, some smothered potatoes, as well as some roasted asparagus and squash. So to do the chicken, I rinsed it off really well, patted it dry, added some olive oil, and then I'm using the seasoning, one of my favorite seasonings from Rubber Grill, which is the kickin' chicken seasoning. You're gonna sprinkle it on both sides. You're gonna saute the chicken breast on medium heat for 7 minutes on each side, so a total of 14 minutes. You're gonna follow that up with some sauteed veggies. I'm using red onions as well as some bell peppers, and then you can slice up that chicken breast before you add it into your meal container. So the next thing I made was the roasted squash and asparagus. My neighbors next door actually have a garden and they gave me the squash. I thought that was really nice of them. So anyway, so I decided to make that today. So I am adding some grilled veggie seasoning from Kinder's, and this is after I've added some olive oil to the veggies. And I'm using my silicone mat from Amazon. I have a link to that product in my video description. And after the veggies have been sprinkled with the seasoning, you're going to put that in the oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit and cook that for about 25 minutes. Now to make the smothered potatoes, I have diced up at least 5 garlic cloves. I've added some butter and some olive oil to the pan. That's about 3 tablespoons of butter and about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I'm adding the minced garlic, and now I'm going to use these seasonings to add to the potatoes. On the potatoes, I've added olive oil too, and then I've added all of those seasonings. I did not measure those seasonings, but I do have this recipe on my website. If you go to plussizeinchicago.com, look up smothered potatoes. One of the best things about that is using the chili powder that really gives it a nice flavor to that. I've also sauteed this for at least 20 minutes and just stirring it to make sure everything is good. So you also want to add some Parmesan cheese as well as some red pepper flakes and some parsley. This recipe with the ingredients and the measurements is on my website at plussizeinchicago.com. I've made this recipe a few different times, so you can do various varieties in regards to the seasoning combinations that you would like to put on there. So the next thing I'm doing is checking on the other veggies, the asparagus and the squash. I'm going to turn that over and I'm going to cook it for another 5 minutes. And then I'm going to add some Parmesan cheese as well as some red pepper flakes. And you can add a little salt to this too if it's not to your liking, or any other seasonings that you like. And that's pretty much it. All right, friends. So I hope you like what I cooked in the kitchen today. If you are a follower of any of my accounts, thank you so much for coming back. If you have not followed me on TikTok, Instagram, Threads, Facebook, or YouTube, click that follow or subscribe button. Also, please share with your friends and family. I'll see you guys next time.